to the stream is we are going to stream like, I don't know, another 3-4 hours of this, and then we're gonna learn more. I'm just gonna play it on easy. I'm not gonna do anything fancy though. Yeah, it's got like 80% positive reviews. Say campaign single player RTS, and I'm down. So let's find somewhere to settle. Let's just make sure that we're the right faction. Plank of Nations down at the bottom here. Okay, cool. I'm sorry, what? So I spotted this thing which looked cool, which was this. Oh man. Okay, it does have deep metals. So I've spotted this really cool spot. It's a terrifying mountain and joyous wilds. So we could do a terrifying mountain / joyous wilds biome. That's a possibility. If I go down this way, we could do a good mountain and a good biome. So mirthful and mirthful. That could also be fun. Is this in range of the tower? You know, actually, I think I want to go here. Just say screw the evil, and let's just go full on good biome bullshit. It's like, look at this. Right, let's look at materials. Yes. Oh, shallow and deep metal. Oh. Okay, I think I've already found our spot. Check. What is the stupid lake? Oh, what is the stupid lake? Well, is this a Jeopardy style question? I don't get it. Are you asking what is it? Is a evil lake biome that was making my life hell. That is what the stupid lake is. I really like the look of this. I think we should just do a really large embark up here. Look at this. Look at how steep that is. I'm doing pretty good, Starlight and God. We're starting a new fort. Yeah, same new fort, same world. We're still playing the Plank of Nations. So we're still in that same cult faction, but I found a really cool spot. So this is 3 biomes. Biome 1 is a mountain, which is mirthful. It has moderate vegetation, and it is cold. It's got a light aquifer and shallow metal and deep metal and a flexstone layer. We've got a temperate shrubland, which is also cold. It's a woodland. It's mirthful with moderate vegetation. And lastly is this mountain, which is also mirthful. Deep metal, shallow metal. So there is some soil in that area. But this looks really cool. Yeah, it looks like a mesa. It does. Probably it'll freeze, yeah, but it's a big river, right? Because this is in the same world as Hotbeards, where I had the big water cannons. But this is all a good biome. So this could be neat. Do you guys think, are you guys down for this? Like a solidly good biome? Sounds good. Frozen River. You know, also reading that Frozen River comment again, I think it might just freeze seasonally. All right, let's prepare carefully. So we are still in that cult faction, right? So it's still the all of the evil gods and the queen who is a Gelder, but new spot. So what should we name this fort, chat? Tin Prides. Ooh. Board Empire. I know that's not how you spell that type of board, but Girder Wheel, Guild Ogres, Abbey Large. That Abbey's at large. Misery something? Tone inked? Scaly whipped? Trance urn? Dragon bridges? Well, that's a good name. Yeah, no, totally. Happy Rainbow Land. Yeah, definitely. Let's just look. Wisdom known, crack, birth, learned, ended, mercs, practice, judge, moments, beauty. Moss, oranges. Orange, did you know that we could name a fort Orange Oranges? The Orange Orange? Well, now you do. Just gonna say that this is a badass name for a fort. Dragon Onslaught! But that sets, like, certain expectance, you know? Anguish? Call it, like, Abbey Anguish. That's hard to say. Too many A's. Blister Anguish. You know, that almost sounds like a goblin name for a place. Kind of like Threat. Blister Threat. Brrr. Immortality. Oh, wow. You know, I feel like immortality is probably one of the evilest words in Dwarf Fort, just because everything that's evil is immortal, more or less. With some exceptions, but all of the things that you're forced to fight against tend to be evil. Man, now I really want to just name a fort Bored Dragon. Just Bored Dragon. We're a Bored Dragon. Oh yeah, also, I would like to remind everybody that this screen has, like, mouse support, by the way. Something with Spot, the Blistering Beard. That could be like the name of our tavern. What about Dwell Threat? You know what? We should be Threatdweller. Threatdweller. Gelut Kokeb. Rolls off the tongue, I think. What do you think, chat? Does it sound good? Also, something I want to echo from a conversation earlier, just because it's stuck in my brain and I need to get it out. I don't make a lot of money doing this. So if anybody here thinks that I make a lot of money playing video games on the internet, I don't. I could make more money if I went and got a job at McDonald's, which I used to work for. So I do this job because I like it, not because it's extremely financially optimal. Could work. I'm gonna vanish for a second and cut off the sub goal just so that's clear. Threatdweller. Chat, what do you think? Threatdweller? Press beer for Threatdweller. Press no for... I know that's not a button, but say no if you don't want Threatdweller. Say yes if you want Threatdweller. Thinking emoji. Okay, well. All right, I guess we Threatdweller. We dwell as threats. We dwellin' in the threats. The blistering beard. The large, you know, our group should just be the large beard. Screw the blistering beard. We should just, the large beard is very dwarfy. I'm just gonna say that. The large beard is very dwarfy. That's a very, wait, the flowing? Can I make it the flowing? Okay, I can make it the flowery beard. A large beard. It just means that they aren't large anywhere else, you know? Actually, this one's pretty good. The ancient beard. Zustash Durad. The ancient beard. I think we're going with that. We're the ancient beard, chat. And now the symbol. This one I read that as the pink eyes, and I was like, oh no, that's bad. Yeah, the cryptold, says Snail. So I have an idea just because of this factions culture, right? Oops. Dwarf. That, Hold on. Creature. Dwarf. Image of 4 lady dwarves. And So, and this is an image of 4 dwarves and a goblin. The goblin is being mutilated by the 4 dwarves. Now I need to remember what our god was called. What was the god of torture for this world? Shit. Kind of wish that I could search by who's a god, but I don't think anybody has the full thing. Wait, hold up. It's a forgotten beast. Lure the ungodly bone is a forgotten beast, the only one of its kind, a gigantic 3-eyed serpent. It has large mandibles and it undulates. The dwarf born in 94, the second eldest daughter. Well, let's say that there is a... Not the... I need to go to shape, I think, not object. Say there's one full moon. The Plank of Eyes. This is an image of 4 dwarves, a goblin, and a full moon. The goblin is being mutilated by the 4 dwarves. The 4 dwarves are admiring the full moon. Well, that is our image. All right, chat, now I need a starting 7. Doesn't matter if you were in the previous fort. You just may end up with multiple U's running around. Raise your hand if you'd like to be one of the starting 7. We'll read them once we get in game. All right, so looks like we've got Rovod, who is Whit Code. We've got Asob, who is Stone. You're not a Sob, don't worry about it, Stone. We've got Reg, who is wait, what? We've got Dead Duke, who is I art stupid. And we have Ma Full, who is Diamond. Diamond. Anybody else want a dwarf? This is Kolgan, who is Star Legend God. Anybody else? Got one spot left. You're a board stone. You're not a sob stone. You're definitely a board stone. Anybody else? Anybody? I'll do items. I don't need any of those pre-made things. Let's just bring more wine. All of the wine. Cyrillac. Rakust. Also, thanks for the coffee, by the way, Cyrillac. All right, sweet. Let's... what about the ale? I mean, I guess I could balance it a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Let's see what this fort looks like. You arrived after a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness beyond. Your harsh trek has finally ended, and your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all Shem Shalom. There's almost no supplies left, but with stout labor comes sustenance, whether by bolt, plow, or hook, provide for your dwarves. You are expecting a supply caravan just before the winter entombs you. But it is spring now, enough time to delve secure lodgings ere the grizzly bears get hungry. A new chapter of dwarven history begins here at this place. Gelut Kokib, Threatdweller. Strike the earth. It blew. It be very blue. That was nothing like I was expecting that to look. But that looks kind of awesome, actually. Oh. We should have called it Cliff Dweller. That is a awesome embark. We are on top of a good mountain. That is a rad embark. What do you guys think, chat? You guys think this is as cool as I do? Oh, man. We could set up along this cliff over here. How high does it go? 21 layers. And it goes 69 layers down. 69. Somebody say it. You're all thinking it. Somebody say it. Nice. There you go. Perfect. Over here we let's see. Ooh, we got gems. What's this? We got Lignite. I need to remind myself. What is Lignite? I think Lignite's good. I'm bad at this part. Which one's Lignite? It's either... You make coke from Lignite. Right. So we can make coke Chat, we're gonna have delicious cola. Would you look at that? Yeah, it's cool. More gems. What is this conglomerate? We also have botanimous coal. Holy shit! We have multiple kinds of coal. Wow. Multiple kinds of coal. What are the odds? Also, there's no trees in this good biome. So this good biome is all just like weird dense bubble bulbs. Do we have sunshine? Hmm. What's this? There's a wombat. 2 wombats on the map. Just don't ignite lignite. I think we want to ignite it. Anyway, Whitcode, you're the expedition leader. You are a faithful worshiper of Genlath, Beguiled, Stretched, the Frightful Strangeness, which is a deity of the Plank of Nations, take the form of a female dwarf and is associated with torture and misery. And she, of course, is 78 years old, born on the 16th of Obsidian in the year 3134. Also, hold on a second. I need to check something. Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, cool. We do have copper picks. The last fortress faction group that I did with this faction, I didn't even look when I was embarking, but the last group didn't have picks, whether either by my own fault that somehow or an accidental click or something, but we didn't have picks, which meant that getting started was kind of difficult. What are bubble bulbs? To the wiki. Bubble bulb. A bubble bulb, not to be confused with a bubble bobble, that's a video game. A bubble bulb are special plants that are found only in good regions, providing nourishment for the majestic unicorns and other fine creatures that happen to live there. They are a type of grass, and grazing animals can feed on bubble bulbs as their assigned pasture. It's fancy grass for fancy non-evil biomes. All right, so we're non-evil grass. Well, evil grass is fingers. Anyway, 78 years old. She is broad and muscular, and her very long hair is tied in a ponytail. Her nose bridge is incredibly upturned, and her nose bridge is convex. Her somewhat short ears have nearly fused lobes, and she has a broad chin. Her eyebrows are extremely long, and her brass eyes are slightly close set. Her head is somewhat short, and her hair is pale taupe. Her skin is cinnamon. She likes silver black pyrope and the color taupe. Spears and mail shirts, and the sound of the festive sparkles, and Impossible prefers to consume sewer brew and alfalfa seeds and citrons, and absolutely hates mussels. She personally finds the whole idea of friendship disgusting and dreams of mastering a skill. Is greatly moved by art and natural beauty, and is troubled by this, since she dislikes the natural world. She is unfriendly and always tries to say nice things. Wait, what? Sorry, she's very friendly, not unfriendly. She's very friendly and always tries to say nice things. She has strong emotion. She is burdened by this tendency because she dislikes the idea of friendship. She forms strong emotional bonds with others, and sometimes to her detriment. Does not easily hate or develop negative feelings. Tends to make a small mess with her own possessions, and tends to not reveal personal information. And she tends to be a little tight with resources when working on projects. And she tries to do things correctly each time. She has a calm demeanor, and she tends to consider what others think of her. She can handle stress, and she generally acts with it impartially. This dwarf should be in the military. She generally acts impartially, and she is rarely moved to mercy, and she generally acts with a narrow focus on the current activity. And she occasionally overindulges and needs alcohol to get through the working day, and likes working outdoors, and is... How kind of you. Yeah, absolutely. And she is somewhat focused with satisfied needs. This is a compliment. You're going to start a military squad. Labor as well. We need to do... Let's give you masonry and... give you woodcrafting, leatherworking, and at least one type of metalsmithing. Let's give you metal crafting and furnace operating. And you can start a squad. Disemboweled sabers. If you can think of a name for your squad, let me know. Next dwarf is Stone. Stone. She feels fondness when speaking with her friend. Also, you worship the god of torture and misery. And she is 83 years old, born on the 28th of Sandstone in the year 129. She's very broad, square chin. Her chin is, her hair is clean shaven, and she has slightly flattened short ears. And they have nearly fused lobes. Her cinnamon skin is slightly wrinkled, and her hair is pale taupe. Her skin has with a touch of gray, and her eyes are bronze. She personally thinks that working hard is an abject idiocy and sees sacrifice as wasteful and foolish and dreams of crafting a masterwork someday. Stone, like sandstone, trifle pewter, amethyst, parched tooth, and llama wool. The colors saffron and tetrahedra, and windows and figurines and anvils, and the sound of the tests of larks, and when possible prefers to consume 2-grain wheat beer and rope reed seeds. And she absolutely hates flies. She's assertive to the point of aggression, unwilling to let others get a word in edgewise. How are you not in charge? And she has something to say, and she only rarely feels strong cravings or urges, and she is prone to strong feelings of lust. She is quite polite, and she often feels discouraged. She has a tendency towards forming deep emotional bonds with others, and doesn't mind wearing something special now and again. She likes to keep things practical without delving too deeply into the abstract, and she tends to avoid crowds. And she tenses up when she's nervous, and she often talks to inanimate objects when she's... she often talks to inanimate objects and grumbles only mildly at crappy weather. You can... actually, you know what? Let's make you into our woodworker. Once again, I'm going to give you weaponsmithing and armoring. I have weaving and clothes making. We're going to get you to go chop down some trees. Need the materials. Also, what time of the year is it? It's late summer. Oh, wow. It is cold here. Actually, maybe not. Autumn has come, apparently. We might just get migrants right now, actually. Already? We might, yeah. Depending on whether or not the game decides to give me a migrant wave right now, or maybe it might wait till spring. I don't know.
New schedule still working out?
I'm still doing it, so yeah. It's been weird. It's provided a lot of more opportunities, and probably aside from like this past week, because this past week's had a lot of weird like external stresses that are unrelated to streaming schedule, but generally I would say it's the best I've been, like the best health I've had mentally in years maybe. But how you been, dude? What's up? Thank you very much for bringing back that Prime sub for 26th month. Generally I find that like you'd think that me streaming less days of the week, like I'm still streaming in roughly the same number of hours, right? It's just, it's in 3 days instead of 5. You would think that less people would be able to tune in, but actually, on average, I have more people can watch me now, which is interesting. It's just in a smaller time frame. Although I will be on vacation all of next week, so. It's been a while, though. I hope you've been well. What have you been up to? We just started a new fort in a world that I've done a lot of forts in. It's kind of right on the edge of a mirthful good biome and a mirthful mountain biome. We're just north of a whole bunch of evil glacier, which is fun. The faction itself is like over here behind my camera. The faction itself is over here, right there, and we are building off of this little faction and trying to grow it. So that's what we're currently working on. You started editing videos for a YouTuber and making music? Wow, good for you. Hell yeah. I wish I could afford an editor. But that's a different complaint for a different day. Wait, what? The dwarf. He feels fondness when speaking with a friend. Is 70 years old, born on the 14th of Timber in the year 142. His hair is greasy and his very long sideburns are braided. His very long mustache is neatly combed and his very long beard is braided. Oh yeah, of course, absolutely. Less is more. Well, I do also technically have one extra stream day a week. I stream for 2 hours on Hyperstrange channels on Mondays. But, I mean, realistically, the negatives of this schedule is I make less money. That's just kind of a fact. But what can you do? So I'm trying to, like, make up for it in other places, but it is what it is. Although, realistically, when Steam DF launches, I will probably go back to 5 days a week, at least for 2 weeks or so. When Steam DF launches. There will be a point there where I will do 5, maybe 6 days a week for a bit. But that's not for a couple months, probably, at least. He is 70 years old, born on the 14th of Timber in the year 142. His hair is greasy, and his long sideburns are braided. His very long mustache is neatly combed, and his very long beard is braided. His hair is his long hair is tied in a ponytail, and he has a broad chin. His slightly flattened ears have nearly fused lobes, and his lips are very thin. His eyelashes are short, and his eyebrows are slightly low. His slightly close-set raw umber eyes are slightly sunken. His hair is pale taupe, and his skin is cinnamon. So I'm going to give you armoring, blacksmithing, and weaponsmithing. And make you into a metalsmith. You like brimstone, late pewter, clear garnet, and crystal glass, and the color dark violet, and the words of the tenebrous meditation, and the sight of the lilac of poets. And when possible, prefers to consume cherry wine. Ooh. And absolutely hates large roaches. Me too. Yeah, I would agree, but being able to afford life is also good. But I don't like just. I've been complaining about income a lot today, and I need to stop, though. He often feels filled with joy and is not a private person. Shares details of his life and often finds himself changing his mind to agree with somebody else. Only rarely tries to assert himself in conversation and dislikes abstract discussions and would much rather focus on practical examples. He doesn't try to get things done perfectly and thinks he is fairly important in the grand scheme of things. He's not inherently proud of his talents and accomplishments and often feels discouraged and can occasionally lose focus on the matter at hand. Where was I? He is trusting and somewhat quarrelsome, and he is bothered by this since he values friendship. He often feels envious of others and is not particularly interested in what others think of him. He needs alcohol to... He generally acts impartially and is rarely moved to mercy and needs alcohol to get through the working day and likes working outdoors and only grumbles mildly at crappy weather. We'll see you again. Cheers, dude. I'm very curious about what YouTuber you're editing for, but I won't press. You have a good one. Also, if you make any cool music that you want to share, feel free to post it on the Discord. In the music talk or self-promote room. Wait, what? That's you. On to IR Stupid. Are you in fact stupid? He is 84 years old. Some people are so wrapped up in themselves, he says. Once again, worships the beguiled, frightful strangeness, god of torture and misery, naturally. Dreams of mastering his skills, stingy with resources when with project and refuses any extra effort. You also are going to become a metalsmith. So, with the previous fort, I set all of the male dwarves as, Oh, that is a channel I've seen before. Neat. Well, cool. Cheers, dude. But that's cool. Small world. Born into Lake Stupid. I don't think he was born in Lake Stupid, but... His sideburns are clean-shaven, and his medium-length mustache is arranged in double braids. His very long beard is arranged in double braids, and his short hair is neatly combed. His eyelashes are short, and his amethyst eyes are slightly sunken. His cinnamon skin is slightly wrinkled, and his hair is pale taupe with a touch of gray. He likes aluminum and light yellow diamond and giant stout leather and pangolin tooth, desert tortoise shell and llama wool and the color periwinkle, cages and crowns and ducks for their quacks, and the sight of the lilac of poets, and when possible prefers to consume giant magpie, seahorse, and maize beer, and reindeer's milk, and dwarven wheat flour, and bitter oranges, and absolutely hates moon snails. Personally sees introspection as important and does not care about family one way or another. Dreams of mastering a skill and is stingy with resources when work on... I'm receiving a text message. Hold on. It's fine. It's nothing important. And refuses to expend any extra effort. Dislikes obligations and will try to avoid being bound by them. Though he is conflicted by this for more than one reason. He has a calm demeanor and he is not inherently proud of his talents and accomplishments, and he often acts with compassion. He tends to make a small mess with his own with his own possessions, and he doesn't often experience strong cravings or urges, and he has little interest in joking around and doesn't mind a little tumult and discord in day-to-day living. He sometimes can act without deliberation, and he is brave in the face of imminent danger. He has an active imagination, and he is very humble. He generally acts with a narrow focus on the current activity, and only grumbles mildly at crappy weather. And also needs alcohol to get through the working day. Seems like a good dwarf. Shoutouts. I'm going to give you all the metalsmithing once again. So who's next? Diamond. Diamond. He dreams of living a family. How normal. Oh, hey, you worship Death Fatal. Rash Death Fatal is a deity of the Plank of Nations, most often takes the form of a skeletal female dwarf and is associated with death. See? Skeletal. It's on brand. Just saying. Imagine streamer wearing his own merch. Ha! Anyway, you down here. Diamond likes silverlight, nickel, ruby, two-legged rhino lizard tooth, and spotted ratfish bone. The color tan and turkeys for their snood and sight, and the sight of the russet couple. And when possible, you prefer to consume mongoose and carrot wine, and you can't stand rats. Personally respects perseverance and doesn't feel strongly about the law. Dreams of raising a family, is quick to form negative views about things, and prefers to present himself modestly. He tries to do things correctly each time, and often acts with compassion. He tends to think before acting, and occasionally overindulges. He is not particularly ambitious, and he is very humble. Very, 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 very humble, and can occasionally lose focus on the matter at hand, but generally finds himself to be quite hopeful about the future. And he's not particularly interested in what others think of him, and he rolls his eyes when he's exasperated. He scratches his ear whenever he's bored, and he needs alcohol to get through all of the working days. Everything is fine, he says. Helps you see in the fortress. Yeah, true. Carrots make your eyes better. This is true. This is indeed a fact. All right, so you're going to, once again, have all of the metalsmithing. Although you would be good in the military, I'm refusing to put you in the military. On to Star Legend God, and she is 75 years old, born on the 11th of Timber in the year 137. I don't know where that voice came from, but it's going away now. You also like the god of torture and misery because you're an edgy shitlord like the rest of these dwarves. She's 75 years old, born on the 11th of Timber in the year 137. Her hair is clean shaven. Her large irised amethyst eyes are wide set. She has a broad round chin, and her nose bridge is convex. Her eyelashes are extremely short, and her lips are thin. Her ears are somewhat short, and her hair is pale taupe, and her skin is cinnamon. She likes brass, green zircon, leather, and giant elk bone, and stars and the words of the hoary creature. When possible, prefers to consume hagfish, mead, and split seeds, and absolutely hates oysters. She personally does not care about family one way or another and doesn't feel strongly about the law, and she dreams of mastering a skill. She is stingy with resources on projects and refuses to expend any extra effort. She is confident under pressure, and she is very friendly and always tries to say nice things to others. She is not driven and rarely feels the need to pursue even a modest success, and she is greedy and she is quick to anger. She likes to brawl, and she prefers everyone live as harmoniously as possible. She tends to be a bit stubborn and when changing her mind about things and needs alcohol to get through the working day, likes working outdoors, and only grumbles mildly at crappy weather. All right, so first off, you're joining the military, okay? That's the first bit. The second, Star Legend God. The second bit is I'm giving you mining and masonry. The last one here is Cyrolac, and he is 66 years old. And you know what? I'm just going to make a real quick adjustment for Cyrolac. Cyrolac can be a leather worker, and we'll give you furnace operating, metal crafting, and blacksmithing, and also mining, because I need another miner. He is 66 years old, only a few years off of being nice years old, and is a casual worshiper of Boatsore, which is a different god. Of course, is the most often takes the form of a male dwarf and is associated with pregnancy, creation, crafts, and metals. He personally would just as soon have nature and the great outdoors burned to ashes and converted into a great mining pit. His hair is straight and his very long sideburns are braided. His very long mustache is neatly combed and his medium-length beard is arranged in double braids. His very long hair is arranged in double braids and his nose bridge is convex. His gold eyes have large irises and his eyebrows are short. His head is somewhat short and his ears are somewhat short. Weird. His hair is pale taupe and his skin is cinnamon. He personally would just as... wait, I already read that. He has a noticeable lack of perseverance and he is a friendly individual. He has an active imagination and doesn't mind a little tumult and discord in day-to-day living. He tends to consider ideas and abstractions over practical applications, and he speaks very deliberately when he's angry. When he's thinking, he has a tendency to chew his cheek, and he needs alcohol to get through the working day and likes working outdoors and only grumbles mildly at the worst weather, and is somewhat satisfied with satisfied needs. Focused with satisfied needs. And he likes black bronze, crystal barrel, giant warthog leather, giant snail shell, rami fabric, high boots, peafowls for their enormous tails, and when possible prefers to consume soft wheat beer and hates brown recluse spiders. Relatable. The good surrounding most safe. I can't tell if that's a joke or not. So this is where we're going to dig. By dig, I mean we're going to... Bump. This is a really big embark, and I need to remind myself of this. There is light aquifers everywhere, so at the very least we'll have a easy supply for water. I really, really, really like this biome, though. This is a really good start. Ooh, sand. Speaking of other things that are good. I'm really, really, really hoping that we'll get more gnomes, because I do know for a fact that there are lots of gnomes in this world. And I'm kind of hoping we'll get more mountain gnomes here. What are those? Holy shit, there's so much coal. There is so much coal. I'm just noticing that my Discord post didn't do the full screen thing. Weird. Yep, we've got shallow and deep metals. I also haven't really looked on this other side over here, so let's look on the other side while they're working. Because this is all conglomerate. What's this? Malachite. Let's think about that. I can't remember what malachite is, but we got malachite. I don't think it's good. That's like tin or something, is it not? More malachite. More malachite. Is it tin? Okay. Marble? I need to look at what malachite is. What is malachite? It's never mind, it's copper actually. That is good. Malachite is good. It's not the best, obviously. Like, yeah, there's better metals, but like we can make like decent weapons and gear out of that. So that's mostly what we need. Keyword there is mostly. You know, chat, I'm trying to decide. And this is a serious question. This is a fortress design question. Would you guys prefer... Also, hi, Mr. Anderson. I hope you're doing well. Do I build on the surface up here and then dig down later? Or do we dig down and build underground? Because the last fort that we did that we kind of false started on was that, like, attempt at a cavern fort. Should I build on the surface? Because I'm looking at this surface bit and going, this is pretty cool looking. That's why I'm asking. Surface is more good looking. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, but I see where you're coming from. I got good. It's funny you say that I got good flat land, yet there's quite literally the closest thing to a fucking cliff that you'll get in Dwarf Fortress right there. Like, that might as well just be like a sheer mountain face right there. Build a big cube? Why would I build a big cube? I can make it look more interesting than a cube. Hey, look, it's Wilmer! Hi, Wilmer. Sorry, I don't know anywhere to trade yet, because we literally just started, man. All right, well, let's start making mason shops. The one problem that I do have, though, is all we have is this conglomerate, so it would be a big-ass brown castle. But, like, I know for fact that if I go down to here, I guess there's the dirt, but if I go... Yeah, like, there's, like, marble poo fort. Not quite, but... I'm gonna get some of this malachite harvesting, but on lower priority, so whenever they're not... Let's just automate all of this. That's all mostly coal, I think. It's all on a lower priority. Animals around the map. Just wombats, that's fine. That's a big walk. Oh, it's fine, though. I don't want to go, like, you know, destroying my lovely zone for building right here, you know? I mean, it might not be obvious, but I'm already shaping the spot that I'm going to build on, because we're going to be building on top of this right here. Ah, Wilmer. Hello, I'm the liaison from the Mountain Homes. Let's discuss your situation. We've updated your maps. What requests do you have of our merchants? I wonder. Because I did do quite a bit of elephant breeding. I mean, plenty of baby elephants. I'm wondering if they have elephants listed. Probably not. But doesn't look like it. Now, since we brought no animals, now that we've seen the location and we're building above ground, let's just ask for some cattle. Bring us some cows. And bring us some roosters and some hens. And why not a group of llamas? We have finalized the import agreement. Feel free to go over the documents. Let's discuss what we're willing to offer you for your craftsdwarf ship. Well, what do they want from us? They really would like cut gems. Okay, well, there's lots of gems around. And they would also really like... Is that cheese? Is that... Armor. Okay. They say, farewell. What code? I look forward to our meeting next year. Our fortunes rise and fall together. So, we need armor ready for them next year. We need cut gems ready for them next year. What does that second menu mean in the offer part? Which one? Can you clip it and screenshot it? And DM me the screenshot and I'll tell you because I'm not sure which one you mean. Sorry if that's not helpful, but I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Sure. You have exactly 30 seconds. Actually, you have longer than 30 seconds. I'm going to let... you guys can watch my minor dwarves run around. I'm going to real quick go use the restroom. Let's have a look-see, shall we? So that is what they want me to bring them. Oh, hey, remember how I said we're going to get some migrants real early? Guess what we just got? Some migrants. Anybody else want a dwarf? Oh, god damn it. So I'm just going to make it a blanket rule for this fort. Sorry, Thanom. Any dwarf that shows up with that fever is getting expelled. I do not want to deal with that anymore. That stupid lake. Let me tell you about that stupid lake. Same with Haas. Sorry, Haas. I'm pretty sure, yep, Haas also has. Yeah, it's what they want me to make them for next year. So you know how you get to request a bunch of materials and things? They also get to request a bunch of materials and things. So we just got El Neso, who also has the fucking... I feel so bad expelling these dwarves, but I refuse to deal with this problem anymore. It's just such a pain. So we have a clother, a male clother. Wait, hold on. You saw Manum Oily Tops die? That's sad. With DF hack, yeah. Not without, though. In regards to forcing embark in places that you shouldn't be able to embark. Got an, armor. Gem setter. So chat, we have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 dwarves now that aren't named. So if you would like a dwarf, just give me a shout. Because I have more available now. I'm going to make 2 of them masons. You're going to get masonry. And you're also going to get masonry. Can you have the armor? Sure. Udib. Udib is snail. Da 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 dun 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 dun. You're a Burbakar snail. She was uneasy after being unable to be extravagant for too long, but she was interesting remembering learning about bookbinding. She is 77 years old, born on the 1st of Opal in the year 135. You worship the deity of torture and misery, and her hair is greasy. Her very long hair is tied in a ponytail. Her nose bridge is convex. Her ears are nearly fused lobes, and her head is somewhat tall, and her hair is pale taupe. Her skin is cinnamon, and her eyes are copper. Are you there yet? You haven't shown up yet. No, Raz. Back. New fortress? Yeah. So the plan from the beginning of today was to retire that fortress just because I was literally getting so fucking tired of that stupid lake that I can't deal with it. And I just don't want to deal with it. So we're somewhere else now. Still same faction though, same world, same everything else. The infamous lake, the stupid lake. Her skin is cinnamon and her eyes are copper. She likes bismuth, yellow jasper, deer antler, and rabbits for their ears, in the words of the Dusts of Fate, and when possible prefers to consume nautilus and radish plants and rye beer and buckwheat flour, and absolutely hates lizards. Personally, sees the value of tradition and is a firm believer in the value of tradition and thinks friendship is important, and values family and finds leisure time to be wasteful, and dreams of creating a great work of art. She is completely wrapped up in her own appearance, unwilling to and abilities and other personal matters, and she seeks out exciting and adventurous situations, and she's only rarely feels strong cravings or urges, and she can easily be single-minded, and she does not easily fall in love and rarely develops positive sentiments. And she is assertive and rarely happy or enthusiastic, and she is conflicted by this, as she values parties and merrymaking in the abstract. She is ambitious, and she is slow to trust others. She doesn't mind wearing something special now and again, and she is very humble, and she acts with compassion. And she tends to think before acting and needs alcohol to get through the working day. Welcome to the fortress. You're going to go work on masonry stuff. Did anybody else want a dwarf? You can embark at kingdoms? Well, I mean, with DF hack, you can, like, embark on top of an elven settlement if you want. Like, you can embark literally anywhere with DF hack. I mean, cutest, considering your dwarf kind of caught fire and exploded at the end of the last other fort, yeah, I mean, sure. Do you want to be the clother, crafts dwarf, or gem setter? Or the mason? What do you want? I will always refer back to a thread on the Dwarf Fortress subreddit where somebody embarked on top of an elven settlement and then just started digging, like channeling underneath elven trees and making them cave in with all the elves on top, which is kind of amazing, but also kind of sad. But gem setter? Jam setter. Okay. You're going to sat jam. Sit gem sitter. You're going to sit the jams. Kubok. Cutest ghost. He is satisfied, remembering observation. He felt fondness when speaking with an acquaintance and was bored after being unable to practice the craft for too long. Yeah, you set the jams on the table and then press go. So because your test is tomorrow, do you have the weekend off now? Or are you, like, still doing other school stuff this weekend, cutest? He is an ardent worshiper of Lemouche, who is, of course, a deity of chaos, war, and fortresses. Takes the form of a female dwarf, naturally. And he is 71 years old, born on the 2nd of Hematite in the year 141. He has a broad body and his hair is wavy. His very long sideburns are braided, and his very long mustache is neatly combed. His very long beard is neatly combed, and his medium-length hair is tied in a ponytail. His nose bridge is convex, and his nose is incredibly upturned. His somewhat short ears have nearly fused lobes, and he has a broad chin, and his lips are very thin, and his eyes are bronze, and his bronze eyes are slightly sunken, and his hair is pale taupe, and his skin is cinnamon. He likes cassiterite, sterling silver, ruby, and the color turquoise. Spears and leather armor, and ballista arrows and goats for their eating habits, and leopard gecko men for their coloration, and the words of the dusts of fate, and the sound of the tress of larks, and the sight of the lilac of poets, and when possible prefers to consume purple amaranth beer, and absolutely hates cave spiders. And classes in 8 hours. Oh God. So no. Hey, Whiskey Wanker, what up, dude? Long time no see, indeed. It's been a minute. Where you been? What you been up to? I'm going on vacation tomorrow, so I get to go away again. But not for too long. Yeah, dude, like it's literally the last time we spoke was pre-pandemic. I just checked. Long time indeed. Personally respects commerce and those that engage in trade, and those that develop skill, and finds those that develop skill with weapons and fighting distasteful. Dreams of crafting a masterwork someday. Has great trouble mastering fear when confronted by danger. Well, by the way, I am going to be taking you off of a couple jobs because you are a male dwarf, and that's the way this faction's culture works, but the bonus is you get to be a metalsmith, so. And also a mason. He has great trouble in mastering fear when confronted by danger, and has little time for forgiveness, and will generally seek retribution, and has an overinflated sense of self-worth, is often cheerful and does not go out of his way to help others. He has an active imagination, and he begins to stammer when he becomes exasperated. He needs alcohol. He tends to stare unwaveringly when he's speaking to somebody. Oh no. And when he's nervous, he has a habit of chewing his cheek, and he needs alcohol to get through the working day. I also tend to stare at somebody when I'm speaking, you know, just directly at them, death stare, never move your eyes or gaze, and definitely never blink as I blink. Worked in Germany for a year, had no time to play. Hell yeah. Well, what? So are you still in Germany or are you somewhere else now? But schedule's a little weird now. I stream 3 days a week now, but it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, and I stream for about 14 hours in the day that I stream. So I aim for 14 hours. It's anywhere between like 12 and 14 usually. But so longer hours, longer days, but it's been pretty good. But like I said, I will be going on vacation. So I will be vanishing again. But good to have you back, man. But I will be back like on the 26th. It's just gonna be a week, so it's not like I'm gonna be gone that long. Fresh embark? We just embarked, yeah. Like just embarked. When being talked to? So when you are talking to other people, or when other people are speaking to you? Just to make people uncomfortable? That's kind of mean. Any theme for this embark? Well, this faction is weird. This faction is basically a cult. It's almost entirely female dwarves, from what I can tell. Although I've started to get more male dwarves slowly, but it's very much dominated by lady dwarves, and the general sentiment of like the personality and theming of the gods is misery and torture, and the queen is a gelder. So it's a thing. Although I think Orange is looking forward to the vacation, because Orange is the one person I get to hang out with. While I'm gone. So that's kind of the theme of this faction. This is the second fort in this faction we played. The first one was on the Stupid Lake, and well, chat can explain the Stupid Lake. I didn't name it the Stupid Lake, by the way. It was literally called the Stupid Lake. So that is its culturally appropriate, factually accurate name. That Stupid Lake. And now we're at the very top of a mesa mountain that is a good biome, and it's very cold. Very cold. So the river's frozen. But we have a frozen waterfall there. I don't know if it'll ever melt. It might in the middle of the summer. We embarked at the end of summer, so we're already into fall. Citrine. Ooh, gems. Also, since we last spoke in 2019... This is your third. Technically, we don't talk about the first one, okay? we do not talk about the first one, okay? With or without aquifers? Light aquifers. I actually quite like aquifers. I don't know how popular of a take that is, but I think aquifers are nice. So in here is going to be our temporary living space while we build the rest of the fort. I'm going to put a small tavern-like thing in here. I'll put a trading depot in here and a bunch of beds. Let's build a carpenter's shop. And a crafts dwarf shop. And I'm going to pasture all of my animals right here. Yak, cow, alpaca, foal, and piglet. Everything except for the peachick. Also, investments are open, chat, if you want to invest your tickets. They say that the dwarf IR Stupid grew up in a fortress that overlooked the Stupid Lake. All right, so they're going to start digging this out now. Smooth all the way along here. I've got a plan for this. I know what I'm doing, I think. Keyword there is the I think bit. You make beds. How did I end up in bone crafts? Oh, it's because that's the crafts shop. Well, in that case, there you go. I'm also going to make a butcher shop. I don't know if anybody actually has that job equipped or set up, but somebody does. Oh, hey, shit. I are stupid, actually. Can you take butchery? Actually, Diamond, you take butchery. We're gonna go cut apart some wild animals. But yeah, no, my opinion of this faction is like, this is all just comedy to me. Like, just the idea of a faction that is like this. It's like a whole bunch of female gods. They're all based on torture and misery, and also they're all like horrible. It's just like, and the Queens of Gelder. The Queens of Gelder was the kind of nail in the coffin of, yep, that's fantastic. Off with its balls. Yep. It's like the Queen of Hearts, but Dwarf Fort. Nobody wants the Queen of Hearts to be the queen of these parts. Speaking of balls, dwarves, could you draw in a less phallic direction? Please. I'm telling you, it's these dwarves' culture. I can't fix them. Ugh. Yay! We've got mountain gnomes! Look at that! Mountain gnomes return! Hello, gnomies. What up, dudes? Good to see you again. More mountain gnomes. They hanging out. They chilling. They stealing my booze. I need to put the booze inside now or I'm going to have none left. Just put a food stockpile right here and just remove seeds from it, but everything else. Just get all the food inside, guys, please. Also, thanks for the coffee, Raz. Cheers. All right. Let's do that. Clear away that stuff. We're also going to need to get rid of all these ramps. But this is going to be our temporary living solution. I need a spiked enormous wooden corkscrews, spiky balls, or menacing wooden spikes. What should I make as my trade material? Because that's always my first trade material. It's one of those. Which one should we go with? Enormous wooden corkscrews, spiked wooden balls, or menacing wooden spikes. Oh, it'll definitely be menacing, and it'll definitely have spikes, but which one? I love how all spikes in Dwarf Fortress are automatically menacing, though. One of my favorite quirks of DF. Oh, also, to those of you who enjoy these, I will be, what's the word I'm looking for here? Pestering Tarn to do another interview on, what's the word? I will be pestering Tarn to do another interview on this, like, when I return from my vacation. Now, Gnome, listen very carefully, because I'm not known to repeat myself. Sorry, I'm trying. Where's the gold? I don't think gnomes bring gold, dude. They just steal your alcohol and run away, laughing. Cheers, Duke. I hope so. But you still got me all day. Although, oddly, and this might sound kind of strange, but since today is my last stream, I am kind of aiming for 16 hours of stream today. I don't know if we'll make it. It depends on how busy things stay over here. But I am aiming for the good old 16 hours of stream. But, you know, I have a game I kind of want to play, and I also unexpectedly received key for a certain Starship Troopers video game. So, between Starship Troopers and the other game, we'll pull off the 16 hour. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping. Fingers crossed, I'm hoping. It's more of a question of whether or not my brain holds out, but we'll see. Yep. Starship Trooper Terran Command. So I need to see if it's good. People seem to like it. It's got good reviews, so... So, damn it, I'm hoping. Perhaps you will wake up for Starship Troopers? Perhaps. Perhaps. It's a campaign light RTS with no base building, yeah. It's a single player RTS game. Yeah, it's a squad-based RTS. Well, yeah, there is a base, but there's no base building. It's a single-player RTS. They've made games like that for years. Game saving. I have a question. Why are you explaining a game that I already have key for that I'm planning to play later today? That I know all these things already. What are you telling me? I've watched gameplay of it. Like, what's your point? No, it's fine. You're just like explaining a game that it's like, I'm going to play that later today, and then you're like, that is this, and it has this, and it is this. It's like, I know what's your point? Are you trying to dissuade me from playing it? Because that's not gonna happen. I was planning on playing Frozenheim, and I feel kind of bad not, but that's how it reads. So I'm perplexed by what your goal is. Oh hey, done saving. I can unpause. Today, you woke up and saw an announcement that you are streaming vinyls, opened up stream, and fell asleep, or was it a dream? Did you catch the very end of the stream yesterday? Because that's possible. Because that would check out with what I was doing right at the end of the stream. Because I seem to recall you popping in. Because I posted just a record, but I didn't stream records for very long yesterday because I kind of halfway rage quit stream yesterday. It kind of just, you know how I was saying earlier, I think I really need that vacation. I really think I do need that vacation. Because I've been cranky recently. But wasn't it a dream? I don't think so, no. My guess would be no. It was not a dream. Uh-oh. Chat, we got a problem. You know what the problem is? Guess who drank all my beer? It's fucking gnomes. Gnomes, damn it. All right, we'll give you plant gathering diamond. We'll give our stupid plant gathering. Also, we have no drinks. Damn gnomes. Fucking fuck gnomes. Blah, blah, blah. All right, wait, what? Guess what? You get a new job as well, and it's called brewing. Chat, I think we literally got gnomed. Question is have they left? Nope. They have not left. So much for me bringing all of that ale. Hello, pink fluffy llama. How are you? Good day. We just started up a brand new fort. Yes, and well, it wasn't just a gnome. It was there was like 15 gnomes. There was like half a page of gnomes. All right, so now we have some beds set up. It's a dormitory. Come on, Dwarf. I've had that happen before. I actually don't mind when they steal anvils because I don't usually start like making metal in the first year, so it's not usually a big deal. But I've had Grey Langurs steal an anvil, and I had a giant Kia steal an anvil once. And it also toppled my wagon, which was kind of startling. All right, we got booze again. Although I like kobolds. I try and let kobolds steal my stuff, though. I try and let kobolds steal my stuff because I'm always so proud of their, like, ambitious nature, you know what I mean? Okay, we'll make a drawbridge. And Unib, you can have architecture. Less worse. Less worse. I don't... reading that, I don't think that... that's such a grammatically improper sentence. It's hard for me to wrap my brain around it. Sorry. Yeah, less worse. I'm trying to think. What's like a... Chat, I need a more proper example of how to say that in English. Because that sentence is hurting my brain. Less worse. Not as bad. Not as much of a problem. Less of a problem. Better than. Less worse is like... Not something you say. I don't know. I don't know how else to describe that, but it's like, that's a really hard sentence for me to think about. Apologies. I'm just... It's just hurting my brain. You're French-Canadian, right? Like you're sorry and you're French? Improvement to, better than. Yeah, it's not that much, not as much of an atrocity. It's still an atrocity though. Yeah, no. I mean, I scold the number. If I had $1 for every time I've scolded Diamond Destruct about their English, I'd probably make like $20 a week. I won? What? About scolding you about English, Diamond? I wouldn't need that's true. Oh, I understand. I wouldn't need if I so you're saying if I had $1 for every time I scolded you about your English, I would make enough money to not have to stream anymore. I don't think that's true, but I would definitely have a few dollars a week. Although my mom once suggested I should have a swear word swear jar where every time I swear I have to donate money to charity, and my response to that was I would be broke. I'm pretty sure that's just a case, is I would just be broke. We all would be. I don't know if we all would be. I certainly would. Damn, it's always so satisfying watching the first days of a new fort. Kind of want to build a tavern up here because kind of what I'm thinking for this design is I've got this kind of box thing that I'm building, right? I'm going to kind of dig out this chunk of mountain peak, right? And then dig up and into this so that we can also live in this mountain peak. But I'm kind of thinking about having a constructed half outdoor thing here that turns into a tavern. Is kind of my plan. A constructed partially outdoor thing. It's going to turn into a tavern. I'm also going to put a zone right here. And it's going to be a meeting location. It's going to be a temple for no specific deity. And right over here, I'm going to make a tavern. /tavern. The Berry of Rooms. You know what? I'm going to leave them open to guests, at least for a little bit. I'm curious to see if we get any guests, because we didn't in the last fort, so. Yeah, I see, Cutest, most of us aren't native speakers. We're just base speakers. I don't understand why any of you watch me anymore. I think that I'm just completely insufferable. Hey, look at that. Wilmer's telling a story. What story are you... Oh, man. I want to know what story you're telling. Are you listening to... Yay! Okay. So Wilmer right now is telling the story about how Moldath Brewhog became the hammerer of the connected tower. Well, that's cool. The connected tower? No. That was what the group for the Murky Mirrors was called. We're only colonialists. Isn't that kind of true of, like, most English speakers, though? Is that we're all just kind of, like, colonialist speakers? There we go. All right, so now they're cutting out that whole mountaintop. I love how I only have 2 miners, though, after all of this. There we go. We actually have, like, a decent amount of drink again. Still not much, but we have drink again. I don't know. I don't mean to get ahead of myself with this fort, but I think that this embark is pretty fucking awesome. This whole embark is pretty fucking awesome. Meditate on misery. Well, that's lovely. That's what I've been doing for the past few years, to be honest. Well, you're going to finish digging this canal, then you're going to go get a drink and some food, probably. Kind of confused. I thought I told you guys to make... Oh, I guess nobody's got rock crafting. Stone, how do you like the idea of having rock crafting? Stone crafting, specifically. Stone is going to go do stone crafting. Trackball is a weird experience, but you think you're getting used to it? It would have been really funny if instead of hitting E, you hit C, because crackball would be very funny. Stone and rock? Does rock stone, though? This is the question that I think we're all actually trying to figure out. Born in sandstone. What do you mean you were born in sandstone? So there's still 2 mountain gnomes on the map. We're gonna run around the edge of this. Is that your headcanon? Where'd you get the born in sandstone thing? I just missed the part of the character creation, I guess, where it said that they liked stone, probably, or sandstone. Let's go around there, around there, and around there. Oh, you were born in the month of sandstone. Okay, duh. I get it. A lot of channeling. The real question about these dwarves, though, is are they YouTube channeling or Twitch channeling? I guess we'll never know. Oh, I see where I... Yep. Get the rest of you handled out. My higher priority, ideally. Oh, looks like my 2 miners are taking a nap. Back up, Dwarf. But yeah, no, I gotta say that, like, I'm looking forward to my vacation. I'm looking forward to just taking pictures and chilling. Should be fun. I'm also very much looking forward to watching the new People Make Games video. I'm wondering if it's going to cover Stalker at all. I have no idea what studios it's going to be covering, but... I'll be honest, there was a point there when the world changed for the worst where I was like, I should just like find a bunch of Ukrainian developers and interview them, but I think that's out of my scope and skill set, unfortunately. There's some things that I know how to do, and then there's some things that I don't think I could do that well. You'll watch it in the morning? Yeah. Honestly, I'll probably watch it tomorrow after I'm done recording podcast. All right. That's that bit done. Now that that is done. What? Did something cancel that? They didn't dig out the rest of it. Excuse me? The heck? They're gonna dig out that, and then they're gonna dig out this and that. And then all the way up to here, and along here, and then the rest of it. But they'll do the top one first, then they'll go further down. This is such a big embark, though. I'm actually kind of excited to be building on a bigger embark. I know that they can run into lag problems, and it'll probably make me sad later, but I'm sure it's worth it. Man, I've gotten like 4 emails about ads from Twitch today. Speaking of things that if I had $1 for, if I had $1 for every ad Twitch sent me about ads. Speaking of ads, I actually, I bought a year of Twitch Turbo. It's expensive, but I ended my Amazon Prime, which runs out at the end of the month. And I bought a year of Twitch Turbo. I'll probably buy Amazon Prime again in a couple of months, but or maybe later in the year, closer to Christmas, but yeah, I did it. I canceled Twitch or Amazon Prime in exchange for Turbo. Just because of all of this annoyance around ads that Twitch is shoving around. It's like for every like 10 people who state that they are totally fine with all of the ads that Twitch is shoving at everybody, I'm not. Congrats. Thanks, I guess. I don't know. I feel kind of horrible about it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I kind of hate it. Like, it's truly a nobody wins scenario. Just trying to keep the chat moving, because I would like to do a really long stream today, but things are just quiet, so just kind of talking about almost anything at this point. Trying to keep the chat moving. It's currently streamers' big end goal. Otherwise, we won't make it to Starship Troopers. I'd like to. All right. Although I need to up the priority on this. How far across does this go? You know, let's put the upstairs in the corner. Let's do it that way. Why are you apologizing? What? I mean, I took that congrats as an ironic congrats anyway. But it's not your fault. Oh, you were saying sorry for not being chatty? Oh, it's fine. I mean, it's like you're kind of you and Cutest are the only people who've spoken the last like almost 10 minutes. Notice the stone door in tile designations now. What do you mean? Oh, you mean that? I mean, yeah, I mean, I notice it. I don't know what else you would notice in that spot. Actually, no, let's do these up downstairs because they're gonna go down too eventually. Is it because of my stream that you notice it now? So I'm going to start building walls. And yes, I'm building just normal ass walls around the edge of this. Kind of doing that for a reason, but I'm also kind of not. I've gotten weird about aesthetics as of late. Oh, it's because of the tile set that you made? Okay, gotcha. Are you still using that tile set? Because that tile set was pretty good, actually. Like, with some refinement, it could be an awesome, like, kind of cartoony little tile set. I'm actually, like, that was one of my favorite parts about my birthday this year, is that we had a bunch of community tile sets. You know, I don't think that Ricardo's going to be in F1 much longer, cutest. Unless, like, he turns around soon. Especially the way McLaren's been treating him. Don't think he's going to be in F1 much longer. The dude's likable. He's a nice guy, but just don't see it happening for too much longer. Sad. Well, dude's got to drive faster, man. Like, it's just kind of that simple. Gotta go faster, and he's not going fast enough. Let's also put a trade depot in here somewhere. Maybe like right here. You haven't played a lot of DF in the last few days? Gotcha. But in regards to not being as chatty, Pink, everything's been not as chatty, like, basically all of this week. Like, I was looking at my stats last night after I finished stream, and yesterday was about 40% less chatty, activity-wise, than the week before. I think it's because I'm, like, the only person on Twitch not streaming demos right now, and everybody's, like, currently all hyped up and excited about, the not E3 stuff and all of the demos. Stomped on some tweens? I don't know how to respond to that without, like, sounding like I should go to prison, but congrats, I guess, on beating up some children. Yo, goddamn bully. I'm proud of you. Good work. Good work, you gamer soldier. I mean, what? I mean, like, honest, I enjoy doing demo streams. They're fun, but I'm kind of with. I don't get as excited about demos as some people. I just don't. Like, they're fun. It's fun getting to play and look at and experience demos before, like, they are released, before their major releases. Like, it's fun. I enjoy it. But I don't know. It's something that everybody does, and I don't feel the need to hop on. Like, I will be putting up videos of some demos that I think are interesting. Like, I'm basically getting a list of recommendations for my team who are all going through them, right? And I'm just going to another fucking Twitch. Can you stop sending me ads for your freaking ad incentive program? I will be putting up YouTube videos of them, but on stream, yeah. But I do think that's part of it. I think a lot of people are just watching demos right now. The thing is, like, there are games that are coming out right now that I want to play, and I also want to play Dwarf Fortress because that's how my brain works. So. I mean, it's okay. Twitch has only offered me $14 a month for ads if I were to run 3 ads per hour, which is probably a bug in their system. But yeah, I would. You know how I've been complaining a little bit about money today, right now, chat, right? I would pay Twitch to remove ads from my channel. If I could, like, give 25 $50 a month to Twitch and just have no ads on my channel, I would probably go that route. Thief! Protect our own from the stinking filth. We got Glinkus! Look, it's Glinkus! Run, Glinkus! Got a large silver dagger. Oh my. Run away, Glinkus! It's dangerous here. Although the wagon's still undefended. Run away, Glinkus! Don't come back! Oh shit, there's snow up there? I didn't realize. Okay, so hold up. I'm just gonna put a finished goods stockpile in here. So they hopefully don't steal anything else from me. I also need to dig down or dig somewhere far enough so that I can get something growing. Anyway, cobalt hype, I guess. Gotta sleep for a bit. We'll see you when we see you, cutest. Chat, say goodnight to our lovely moderator, cutest ghost, for making sure that you guys behave, I guess. One of your monitors is flickering and it's driving you bonkers. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Now, are you just saying goodnight, or are you yourself heading to bed, Diamond? I'm assuming that you're just saying goodnight. Very much just ignoring the fact that I need to produce food and farm. I feel like most dwarves should probably be helping construct stuff after they're done hauling all those bugs. That's when you become a ghost, right? An elven caravan has arrived. That's weird. That's oddly a dark thing to say before you leave. Either die or be cute forever. It's like, wow. I don't know. I think my grandmother's pretty cute and she's old. She's cute in an odd way, though. In kind of an old lady way. But probably not in the way that you're referring. It's obviously like a different kind of cute, yeah, but it's... They can absolutely be that way. I love how we're always just like saying... I love how we're all clarifying here. We're just like, yeah, old people can be cute, but not that way. This reminds me, for some reason, of that one Meatloaf song. Oh shit, also. I'm realizing I've made a mistake. I have to wait for them to finish smoothing stuff before I build these, otherwise I'm gonna have unsmoothed walls in the middle. Thankfully, I have to agree with you. Alright, it's still funny though, because we still feel the need to clarify. Do that. And that. I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. Mr. Anderson. I still find it difficult to say your name without saying Mr. Anderson. Possibly one of the best villain line reads in, like, the history. Please do say it that way. Welcome back, Mr. Anderson. Maybe I should put the Matrix on my phone for the flight. I haven't decided what movie I'm going to bring, but... Oh, you're a Mr. A? I'm sure it can happen. Anything can happen. We live in a weird world. For better or for worse.
Tip 2224: frequent starts and stops may wear out frogs. Hot block out clutch prematurely. Please do not operate frog and stop and go traffic.
Can I just say, I love the fact that she reads without breathing, for the most part. Chat, can I get a round of beers for Rhinestone, who used to co-host a podcast with me and has been subbed for 55 months. Thanks a lot, man. Welcome back. Miss hosting that podcast. True story. Should bring that back one of these years. How's things been, dude? What you been up to? Did I see what you posted in Music Talk? Probably? What did you post? Oh, the In Flames thing? Yeah. Yeah. I'd already seen it, but pretty good. It's pretty good. It's funny because, like, just the other day, me and my friend Kevin were talking about when's In Flames gonna tour again? Hopefully soon. Fingers crossed. I still listen to I Am Above a whole lot. That is a really, really good song. Because he don't need your sympathy, because I am above. Because it's actually really good. Yeah, it's nice to hear them bringing back their... Oh, shit, the hot fires! We have, okay, so the hot fires have arrived and are visiting. From what I can tell, it's 3 dwarves. But one of them is a fish cleaner, and the other one's a poet, one's a fish cleaner, and what's the third one? And a farmer. A poet, a fish cleaner, and a farmer, but they're a musical group. The Hot Fires. It's the Dwarf Fortress's hottest indie band. Hell yeah. By the way, Ryan, I would like to mention, because I don't think you know this, but this world has a form of music called future metal. And we're still not totally sure what future metal is, or what it's for, or what its purpose is for, or where it was written, or who wrote it, or why it exists. But I've seen a couple of dwarves that like it and know a few songs from it. And I'm still trying to figure out what future metal actually is. Like, if future metal was a real genre, what it would be. Future metal is taking over the industry. Actually, I would say it's pretty niche, because not that many dwarves know it. But... I would like to know more about future metal. Speaking of wanting to know more, I also need to brag to Ryan for a second. I just received key for the Starship Troopers game that released this morning, so I'm gonna be playing some of that. Did your dwarf die? No, actually, you're still alive. So I just abandoned that fort. So the thing about that fort, I got really, 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 really goddamn tired of everybody getting infected with the fever-inducing acid that was raining over the stupid lake. Yeah. It's out. It released this morning, but I received a review key. It's got very positive reviews, which is a fucking shocker. So... I love the fact that you have to agree to a third-party EULA to play a Starship Troopers game. It checks out. The lake was more stupid than you realized. The problem with the lake was it was constantly raining repellent ooze over top of the lake. And the issue with something raining repellent ooze is it basically just means everybody who goes near this lake is going to get sick. And in Dwarf Fortress, illnesses are not curable and never go away. So it's basically just anybody who touches this ooze is going to get sick and never get better again. Making it a royal fucking pain in the ass to manage any dwarves because everybody's just going to have massive debuffs all the time. Well, it's not that they're getting sick. It's they get sick and then never get better. And it got so annoying that I was just like, fuck it, at a point. Like, it's still like, I could have continued playing that fort, like, it was fine, but I've embarked on this spot now, which is a cold, good biome mountain on right next to a cold, good biome forest. We have mountain gnomes. We have this huge mountain peak up there, and also a smaller one down here that I'm building on currently. I'm kind of thinking about building here, and I'm going to build up a little bit, and then I'm also thinking about building across with a big-ass bridge. I've got plans. I got plans. Check your Discord DMs, Ryan. So, are you going to play that test pressing, or is that going to get framed? Ass bridge? Sure. Big ass bridge. Similar to a bigger bonus. You may play it once and then frame it. I got you. Yeah. This bridge is ass. Instructions unclear. Accidentally assified bridge. Right? I'm just asking you to ask that bridge nicely, not ask that bridge nicely. Also, Rhinestone, a game came out recently that I think that you might enjoy. Postal Brain Damaged. So I know that you like first-person shooters that go real fast. That's a first-person shooter that goes real fast. How did I get to Asbridge? Okay, hold on a second, chat room. Whiskey Wanker says, I was gone 15 minutes. How did you get to Asbridge? Think about that sentence for a second. No offense, Whiskey, but that's just funny. It's just so in the any restrictions like that are us willing it on the fortress. The previous one I made all the guys fish, and that just got annoying. So I'm basically limiting male dwarves to mining and metal crafting in this fort. That's fine, that's why you said. Basically the only real strict rule that I'm living by is the only dwarves that are allowed to be in the military are ladies. Just to keep it kind of Amazon-y, you know? That's why you said it? Okay, there we go. I needed to highlight that, because that's just way too funny. This is why I say, Chad, if you're going to troll, be good at it. You know what I mean? It's like, I was gone for 5 minutes. How'd you get to Asbridge? Well, you left, that's why. Death by Snoo Snoo? It's the best way to go. That's why giant lady fetishes are a thing. Oh no, I was squished by beautiful foot. What? Well, I mean, I've played the first 3 levels, and I would like to inform you, if you didn't already know, that game includes a vacuum cleaner. That game includes a vacuum cleaner, which you turn on suck, and you suck in things, and then you can blow them back out, including cats and people and genitalia. Also, the postal dude is wearing a nightgown that you'd get in a hospital, so like a hospital gown, and he's wearing slippers, and you can deflect bullets with your feet. Oh, also it has a dedicated fart button and a dedicated piss button. And the fart button makes you jump higher. So it's a video game. Hi, Pilot. Welcome back. It needs a piss button. It is true, yes. And my favorite review I've seen so far is, okay, who let these guys make a good postal game? I'm telling Vince, which is the director of Postal 4 and like CEO of Running with Scissors. Still working, but this is interesting. Which part? The dedicated piss button or the dedicated fart button? Or the ass bridge? Because that's been the last 5 minutes. This is how I make chat pay attention again. I just have to shout obscenities with no context. Yes? Okay, good. I'm glad that we cleared that bit up. Don't get in trouble at work, yeah? It's just like Duck Game has a dedicated quack button. Good win. Wait, what? I hope that you feel better about yourself being mean to all those poor losers. Congrats, you're the wiener. It was just you and Stone? Oh, well then, perfect. You can flex on those losers who didn't invest. This is such a boring fort right now. There's literally nothing in it. I'm hearing fire alarms going off. I'm hoping that doesn't mean mine's gonna go off soon. You like how straight my walls are? Are you saying it's out of character? Just wait. I've got a pattern idea for this upper floor. Just give it a minute. Actually, hold on. In order to do the pattern, I need to cut this all out. You had a lot of fun with the Jupiter Hell stream? Oh, the one that the VOD for that actually went up this morning, by the way, if you missed any of it. The one where I was streaming with Epion. That was a really good stream. I'm very, very, very happy with how that stream went. I like to think that the streams that I do with Cornell at this point are almost like just an extended podcast about video games. Like, I was just like 6 hours of us just sitting there talking about games. Like, not even necessarily directly just Jupiter Hell stuff, because, like, let's be honest, most of the people who watch those streams already own the game. Vast majority. So, it's, like, certainly a minority of people that are still paying attention to not Dwarf Fortress, but Jupiter Hell without owning it. So, because of the fact that the majority of the people watching that stream are, like, already own it, it's a lot easier to just kind of talk about unrelated things. But I think it was a good stream. It went well. Even though we had to make Epion take a taxi to work to get his headphones. Yeah, no, it was a good stream. I'm happy with how it went. I am in fact happy with how it went. I just wish that game sold better. Because I'll be honest, like, it's really nice to talk to him about the game. It's really nice to play it. It's really nice to stream it. But it's also, at the same time, kind of fucking heartbreaking to then hear, also, we're going to run out of money in 3 months. Which is like, man. You're down to one monitor? What? You can't make one magically fall off a truck? The hell? Acquire a new monitor. Please. That sucks, dude. Whenever I hear about people streaming with one monitor, though, I'm always like, how do you do that? I used to do that, and I don't know how I did that. Well, it is now summer. Apparently. One fucking huge monitor. I was watching a streamer a couple weeks ago, and they were like, "Yeah, I only have one monitor." I was like, "How do you survive?" And they were like, "Well, it's a 64-inch television." I was like, "Okay, fine, sure." It's like, I only have one monitor. It's a projector. It's the size of my wall. Done it a few times, worked for me at least. You know it'd be tough for you. Chat on phone. Oh, you had chat on phone? I mean, when I used to stream with one monitor, I had one 32-inch monitor. One 32-inch monitor. And that's what I did for quite some time. And it worked all right. I mean, I just played everything in window mode. Admittedly, I still play almost everything in window mode. You thought there's it's I think 38 inches, this like big square monitor that they have in the computer shop up the street. It's a 4K 38-inch monitor that also has HDR, and it's a high refresh rate if you're not running at 4K. So it's 144 if you're not at 4K. If you are at 4K, it's 60. And I look at that every time and I'm like, I want to spend $1,000 on a computer screen. The answer always logically comes to no, I don't. But man, I'm still tempted every time I see it. I'd like mount it on the wall next to me or something. I don't know what I'd do with it, but mount it on the wall above the record player or something. Unless you're sitting on the couch like 4 meters away. Yeah, I get you. I mean, I'm playing Dwarf Fort in windowed mode right now. So, there's that. All right, so we are clearing this. Have you been playing all this time? As in today? Because, well, I took an 8-minute break for lunch, but maybe 10-minute break. But yeah, I've been playing. Well, I've only been streaming for 7 hours and 10 minutes. And you threw, 10 bits, I think, earlier today? 6 hours ago. So you were here 6 hours ago. But yes, I've been streaming this whole time. And I've been streaming for 7 hours, and I would like to stream for another 7 today. I still can't get over that person's username that followed me earlier today. They might even still be here, but somebody named Condom Model followed me earlier today. That every time I look over at my notifications, maybe, I don't know, once every 10 minutes or so, and every time I look over that, I see Condom Model has followed you. I'm just like, that's just too funny. That is a good username. Like, fucking hats off to that. I mean, yesterday I did a really short stream. I only streamed for 11 hours. Day before was a good stream. I streamed for 14. But yeah, I stream long hours. One, two, three, four, 5. Minus 1. Okay. I've got an idea for this. Or rather, I've got a plan for this. Hopefully you guys will like this plan as much as I'm hoping you will. This is going to take a little bit of work, though. Considering I haven't even, like, started farming yet. I'm just going to keep gathering all the plants. We're funding this entire fortress off of nothing but foraging, currently. That's why you're looking at a refurbished 27-inch 4K Dell monitor? Oh, hell yeah. I mean, I would, honestly, if I suddenly found myself with only one monitor, I would be on Craigslist looking for the first monitor that was, like, affordable and not expensive, that worked at almost any price point, and that was reasonable, and I would just buy it. And I'd just use that until I could afford something nicer. But I like my monitors. Without monitors, I'm a sad boy. Sad human. But yeah, welcome back, Bransomeware. What have you been doing these past 6 hours? Watching other streams? Going about your day? Hope it's been good. Whatever you've been up to. Or just building a box. You just realized? Wah, wah, wah. What'd you realize? The one thing you didn't save. You mean save? Did you, like, wipe your PC memory or something? Are you saying that babies should be born with 3 monitors? Windows is gone? Do you have Steam? Cookie clicker? Think? No? Okay. Yeah, then you lost your cookie clicker game. You know, chat, I think we all need to pause for a moment of silence for Pink Fluffy Llama's cookie clicker game, and then round of applause for cookie clicker because you're free. You can go now. You're free from cookie clicker. You don't have to play. You don't have to worry. It's good. You made it. You're done. You win. You've uninstalled cookie clicker. You've made it. I'm so proud of you. You're now 1 day free. After 30 days, you get a fancy coin. I think that's how that works. Cookies Anonymous. You've made it, dude. 1 day sober. Hell yeah. There you go. It's the beginning of a very good, positive moment in your life, and I hope that this journey goes really well, and I hope that it only improves your quality of life going forward, and you no longer wake up sweating, dreaming of cookies, and Grandma's going insane. Just be careful not to start again. Speaking of. I didn't say I was a good influence, okay? The pain? I mean, you're free. You don't need to cook the clicky. Cook the clicky? What? Okay, that's enough of that. I'm closing that. It's distracting. Let's get back to what we were doing. You don't need to cook the clicky. That is what I just said, and that wasn't intentional. The pain. I can hear the screams of the cookies, watching themselves being clicked.